We knew Tyler would be there. And again, it now comes down to, as I often say, musical chairs.
There's the lane assignment. Thompson here, the defending champion in 4, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, 2-time champion in 5, Sherika Jackson in 7, Nita. She's in 5. Thompson here, just to her left. Like a shot out of a gun. Price is up quickly. Thompson here trying to test her. Thompson and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Thompson pulls clear. Thompson here wins 10-6-0. Olympic record. Wow! Price was up good, but not brilliantly. And Thompson here finds the late race speed to pull clear and retains her title. Look at the emotion.
That's 5 years of waiting for Elaine Thompson-Herah. 5 years of being second fiddle. 5 years of not getting it right. 5 years of struggling with injuries. 5 years of losing confidence and being uncertain as what was to be next. And she comes and becomes the 4th woman in history to repeat as the Olympic 100 champion, and she becomes the fastest woman in the history of the Olympic Games. Told you that Olympic record was under threat. The Olympic record is gone. The Olympic record is now the Jamaican record as well. And by the way, 1, 2, 3, for the second time in the history of the Olympic Games, one country sweeps the medals in the women's 100 meters, and once again, it is Jamaica.
An incredible run. As I was saying, whoever kept their identity. She did not lose her identity at any point during the race. And sometimes at major championships in the past couple of years, we've seen her have good semifinals, come into the finals, lose her way, scramble and not do so well. But here she just, especially the mid-race where you would expect her not necessarily to be so far ahead, she just really put her foot on the gas and gapped Shelly-Ann in a way that I didn't even think was going to happen.
When you look at the start, Elaine Thompson was right there with Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce at the start, and I thought to myself, this is Elaine's race. If she is so close to Fraser-Pryce in that first 25-30 meters, I thought this is hers, especially because she looked so good in the build-up to this final.
Talu unable to reproduce her winning efforts in the heats and the semi-finals.
So Elaine gets out, Shelly-Ann gets out, Talu's out too, Daniels. But here you see Elaine getting out her drive phase, and she keeps her composure. Sometimes when she's pressed, she loses it. Shelly-Ann's coming hard at her. She's still running 10.76. But perhaps, whoa, I didn't even see that she had raised her hand before. Yeah. Amazing. She might have even been able to dip under 10.60. She just kept her composure the whole way. Yeah, she would have definitely dipped under 10.60.
Look how fast Sherika Jackson finishes, almost catches Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce on the line. 0.02 of a second behind Fraser-Pryce.
The writing was on the wall after the semi-final. I think it was abundantly clear after her semi-final performance that this was a woman in Olympic record shape. Thought Fraser-Pryce might go a little bit faster as well, 10.74, finishing in second position. But as Lance pointed out just before the race, Mrs. Dependable. Dependability, and another stunning performance in a global final for Fraser-Pryce. But this is next level now for Elaine Thompson-Herah, and I guess you could say this is her era when it comes to the Olympic Games.
Yeah, she's still in second position, coming through 40-50 meters, but here she takes over, and I think what happens to Shelly-Ann, she just realizes there's nothing she can do. Elaine is just moving too quickly. And even though Shelly-Ann had run 10.63, this is a whole other level of speed to be right next to you. And she's not used to seeing that amount of speed. We've never seen this amount of speed, at least in the modern era. An amazing performance.
Yeah, I think Ricardo hit the nail on the head when he suggested with Thompson-Herah almost side of Fraser-Pryce after 40 meters, that told you that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce would be in some problems fending her off.
She looked so relaxed coming home. Mechanics are there, they don't break whatsoever. She ran her race to the fullest.
And how about her coach, Stephen Francis? Before the Jamaican Championships, he said that Elaine Thompson was in the form of her life. Now, there were a few who questioned that based on what happened at the Nationals. She finished third at both 100 and 200 meters, but quickly after that ran a 10.71 where she defeated Fraser-Pryce on the circuit. And in the final analysis, Elaine Thompson-Herah proves to be the best in the world for 2021 and the best we have seen since 1988. The best we have seen at an Olympic Games.
Yeah, this is as good as it gets. I know people are going to be studying what she did here for many years. Coaches are going to break this down, look at all the biomechanics, look at the composure.
How about only the second time in history that one country sweeps the 100-meter final for women? It happened in Beijing 2008. Never before, not since, until today. Twice it has happened, and both times Jamaican sprint stars responsible.
You see, even Elaine's not, you look at Kambuji's on the outside, she's running well. Elaine's not even leading until around this point, at which time her mechanics stay intact. I'm still speechless. I knew that we could come close to the Olympic record. I didn't quite imagine it would happen in this fashion.
Fraser-Pryce got a good start, so she was typically, as she normally is, ahead of the field after 10, 20, 30 meters. But Thompson-Herah was not more than a step behind at pretty much any stage, and then took control in the second half of the race.
It could be that Thompson-Herah's start was better than it usually is or has been in the last 4 or 5 years. But to me, Fraser-Pryce's start was not as devastating as I have seen it when she's at her absolute best.
Right, but we also have to understand what's happening here. When you look at what just came up, you see how much higher Thompson-Herah's top end speed was to everyone else's.
Olympic record 10.61 for Thompson-Herah, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce 10.74 second. Personal best 10.76 for Shericka Jackson. So a Jamaican 1-2-3 here. Can't say that we're surprised.
Let's not forget, this is the first time since the Rio Olympic Games that Elaine